for checking out my DIY roller skates with fiberglass insoles tutorial. My favorite tutorial that I watched on how to make the fiberglass insoles got taken down by the user. I wanted to go ahead and make my own version to share with y'all. I am by no means an expert. This is just something that I really enjoy doing for myself. And then the end result for me is that I feel safe and stable on my roller skates. Make these at your own risk, skate at your own risk. But other than that, let's get started. Alright, so what you're gonna need to make your roller skates are a pair of shoes. I already have these mounted. You'll see the whole process in a minute. That obviously you're gonna need your roller skate hardware, your plates, trucks, wheels. For the insoles, we're going to need fiberglass cloth. You can buy packages of this at any home improvement store. It's going to look like this. I used the Bondo fiberglass cloth. And it'll last you a long time. Probably made about 4 or 5 pairs of skates out of my materials. You're going to need fiberglass resin, which comes with this little tube of hardener. Make sure you have gloves. Safety glasses are always good. You should probably be wearing some sort of shoes, stuff to, you know, protect you from getting stuff all over yourself. Let's see what else we're going to need. Plastic wrap, duct tape, scissors, and besides that, just to build the roller skates, you're going to need your drill bits, and then skate tool and a screwdriver to get all the hardware in there. Something I really like is this offset screwdriver that you can see right here. As you can imagine, getting a regular screwdriver into the toe of your shoe, especially if you're using just like a regular sneaker where the tongue doesn't pull all the way out, it's super hard. It's frustrating, it takes forever, and if you can avoid having to do it with just a straight screwdriver like this, then I would definitely suggest it. And also you're gonna need your mounting hardware. In case you don't know what that is, or you're not sure what size, I use 1032 Phillips head screws. The ones I use are about 1.5 inch because these shoes are flat, so you don't need them to be super long. And then, I don't know if you can see, but there is actually a little bit of room on the edge of the screw, so you could probably even go as short as 1 inch. You'll want washers, about 8 washers per shoe, so 16 total. And then you're gonna need 8 1032 nylon nuts, which you can see right there. Yeah, that's everything you're gonna need. So let's get started with how to build your insoles and your roller skates. First thing you're gonna wanna do is whatever shoes you're gonna be using, you're gonna wanna remove the insoles. So once you've done that part, you have your insole. You're gonna wanna take your plastic wrap. And just to kind of explain to you what we're doing, we're making a mold of the bottom of the shoe. So you want a fiberglass insole that's going to basically mimic the bottom of the insole right here, so it just pops right underneath and it's a perfect fit. So you're going to take the plastic wrap and just kind of wrap your insole a few times. You're going to want to tape on top of the insole because you want the bottom of the insole to be as smooth as possible so you get a nice clean looking fiberglass mold when we're all done. Alright, so just kind of gathering up all the tape, or all the plastic wrap, and then put a piece of tape on top. And you have made one insole plastic wrapped, so now you're going to do the other one. So you should have 2 insoles that you have wrapped in plastic wrap with the tape part on top, just to make our fiberglassing a little easier. For this video you want to do at least 3 to 4 layers of the fiberglass cloth. That's going to make your insole nice and sturdy. I've always done 3. If you want to do 4 just for that extra little bit of strength, then go for it. Get started with cutting out the fiberglass cloth. You definitely want to wear gloves for this part and all subsequent parts because this stuff in your skin is not a whole lot of fun. So I just like to cut out rectangles that are a little bigger than the insole. It just makes it easy. Alright, so we're going to get started. So that we have our cloth cut out, you want to mix your resin. And I think for the size we're working with, I generally do about 2 ounces of resin at a time with 20 drops of hardener. Always read the instructions on the back before starting to use this stuff, but we'll go ahead and mix this up real quick. Alright, so now that we've got our stinky fiberglass resin mixed up, another note on that, make sure you're in a well ventilated area. This stuff does not smell good. So now that we've got that mixed up, we're going to start by making our first layer of our insole. So like I said before, you're going to be making a mold of the bottom of your insole, so make sure that's facing up. And so what you're going to do is for the first layer of your insole, you're going to take your paintbrush and paint a layer of the resin on, follow it up with a layer of your fiberglass cloth. And then after that, you are going to repeat the process. And working with your fiberglass resin, you want to be really careful to stay within the confines of your insole. You don't want the resin to get too far on the outside of it, because this stuff's going to harden up a lot. And after that, if you want to make any adjustments to the shape of your insole, you'll probably have to come back in with a grinder. So if you don't want all that extra work at the end, save yourself some trouble by making it as clean as possible the first go round. But if you want to clean it up afterwards anyway, just to get rid of burred edges and whatnot, then that's just fine. Alright, and then I just got my 3 pieces of cloth on. You're going to finish that up by putting just another thin layer of resin on top, make it nice and strong, and then we're going to move on to the other insole. By now, your insole should have cured. The directions say a minimum of 2 hours on the back of your fiberglass resin for curing. I let mine sit for about 10 or 11 hours, but by now they're nice and hard. So what you can start off with is you can take your insole and just peel it off. Ta-da! And now you have your nice fiberglass reinforcing insole. So then after that, you're going to want to cut it out, and we'll go ahead and do that and then go on to our next step. Hooray! You should have 2 fiberglass insoles ready to go in your shoe, so we can start the process of mounting our plates. For those of you that haven't mounted plates on your roller skates before, I think the hardest part is just figuring out where to put it. That was always the hardest for me. And as a general rule of thumb, you pretty much want your plate to be centered in the back of the heel, and then at the top you want it in between your second and third toe. The end goal is basically to have 50% of your wheel hanging out on either side of the shoe. When you've marked your shoes and you're confident that you're ready to go ahead and start drilling, you're going to take your insole and put it into your shoes. So now our fiberglass insoles are inside the shoe. When you're ready, you can go ahead and start drilling the holes you marked. By now you have probably finished mounting your plates to your roller skates, so congratulations. You now have an awesome new pair of roller skates that you made all by yourself that you get to roll in wherever you want. I would definitely say make sure to test these out on flat ground first. You want to make sure that it feels stable to you. You want to make sure your trucks are where you want them at, not too loose, not too tight, yada yada. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have, and definitely looking for input and feedback. But thank you. I hope you enjoyed and enjoy skating on your roller skates.